Hey, good evening, guys. Alex here in the beautiful and quiet Moore Park neighborhood here in Old Toronto. And as you can see by the street sign, we're at the, I don't know if I should say beginning of St. Clair Avenue. Maybe you guys could say that. But you guys must remember that St. Clair Avenue continues all the way in East York, which is quite a ways from here. So this is pretty much where it abruptly ends, because you got the Moore Park Ravine and the eventually the Don River. But it's a pretty overcast evening, no rain in sight for tonight. But I thought I would come back out for another evening walk and pick Moore Park. And this walking video is going to be only on St. Clair Avenue East. So this is a very affluent part of town, but most of the homes here are almost old. Actually, there's a couple of modern ones on that side, and then there's a pretty look at that. There's a pretty interesting house design. You can even see somebody in there. Anyway, it's a Sunday evening. Today's the 20th of August. 2023, and I gotta be careful because there's a family out there. They were saying goodbye to probably some other people. They're just driving away, and one kid has a baseball glove, so I gotta be extremely careful here. Looks like he's playing ball with someone. Yeah, catch. Well, it's still humid like always, but it's still a pretty nice evening to go for a walk. Current conditions are not available at this time. Oh, never mind, it's 25 Celsius, and it's 8:27 p.m., so we're gonna just walk all the way to Yonge Street. And I could have filmed my walk all the way back here from the subway, because I took the 88 here. However, it dropped me off a couple blocks west of here, because the 88 makes a left on Welland Avenue, and then goes up to like Moore Avenue. But I wanted to walk west and just do things a little later. And I must not forget, today Sunday service is absolutely freaking unbelievable, and I almost missed my streetcar because I was filming the elevators at St. Clair West Station, and I didn't have time to film the fourth one, because as soon as I exit the elevator from the Line 1 platform, the streetcar was right there, but it was just about to leave. So it came to a quick stop at the signal before making its turn. So I had to like quickly dash out of the station and run up to its first stop right after it exits the tunnel at Tweedsmuir Avenue. And I was so out of freaking breath, and I didn't really want to deal with that. If I didn't really want to have to. Obviously, as you know me, I always get frustrated when I gotta wait like 30 minutes, which I would have had to do if I missed that streetcar. Michigan, interesting license plates. I am filming this with the night setting on it, but we can pretty much get a glimpse of what people's homes inside look like as the sun is setting. Even though the sun is physically not out, because it's overcast. Oh, there's the 88 again. But again, this is a very nice neighborhood full of nice homes. I hear a plane up in the sky. And Sunday evenings are always very quiet. I think Sunday mornings are even more quieter, even though I've already mentioned before, it is hard for me to wake up at the ass crack of dawn, even though I kind of wanted to do a sunrise video. But it's already late August, and the days are gradually getting shorter, and now sunrise is actually at 6:20, I believe. I could be wrong. But in June, late June, early July, it was literally at 5:50. But again, it's really hard for me to wake up at that time. That reminds me of a greenhouse. I love the addition to that house. So the last time I was in this neighborhood was back in December. And I filmed a walking video along Inglewood Drive, which all the residents on that street, they put out inflatable Santas right around the Christmas holidays, and it's been a tradition for them since 2013, as we're now crossing Welland Avenue, which is like the town, the beautiful town in Niagara region, which my dad and I drove through nearly 3 weeks ago. Because my dad, you probably may know my dad, because he loves to take the scenic ways around, avoiding the QEW. I mean, we don't always take different routes in Niagara, but he wanted to show me a couple of sceneries there in Niagara, and we did pass Welland, which I haven't been to since 2016. In fact, I was actually there while my dad was working as a real estate agent, but that's a long time ago, so I'm not really gonna explain much. Sorry if you can't really see much of the homes. Well, actually, okay, I think maybe you guys can. But again, this is a pretty nice, quiet neighborhood. It's kind of like Forest Hill or Kingsway. Actually, I prefer walking around here than Kingsway, because Kingsway, they have no freaking sidewalks, so. But I'm gonna enjoy my last 2 weeks of summer before I go back to school. And hoping I'll be in the workforce. I just want to do something that's very easy for me, not very time and energy consuming, because I don't really have the time for that. But I'm willing. I at least get some experience and make some money. So looks like they're about to demolish this house right here. Oh, somebody's jogging right behind me. And coming up is Mount Pleasant Road, so I think we're going to cross over to the south side. I don't think there's any. Okay, there might be a couple of crosswalks just between there and Yonge. I mean, luckily, you live in a neighborhood like this, you're pretty you're close to the subway station. Of course, the nearest station to here is St. Clair. So I guess on average, it would probably take you at least less than 10 minutes to get to downtown. Which, by the way, I was waiting at the inside the station, right outside the fare gates that take you to Pleasant Boulevard, and I saw a rat scurrying around, a very tiny one. There's rats on the subway, but it's really not like New York or Los Angeles. But they're everywhere, so I've seen many rats at St. George Station. Even when my uncle, who's a subway operator in Line 1, he sees him sometimes. It's probably a common sight for all subway operators. Oh, look at that! It's the CN Tower. in the dark lights as it turns into nighttime, as we're now on Mount Pleasant Road. I want to film a walking video in the street again, but I'm not sure when. I mean, I did that between Lawrence and Eglinton, just not from here. Now, this is probably one of my dad's favorite streets to drive on. For all the decades he's been driving, he used to love going up and down Mount Pleasant Road, all the way into downtown. It's a very not only it's a scenic drive, but it's a very fast one. So, in fact, if I was with him right now, we would probably get all the way down to Bloor Street in like 5 minutes, especially on a Sunday. So. Actually, I think it was early on in the pandemic, we took a lot of drives around the city. While it was really surreal just seeing the entire city look like a ghost town, because way back then it was about staying home, social distancing, and yada yada. I don't always say that, but my dad liked it. And I'm gonna head straight home after this because I feel like I've wasted a couple. It feels like I've wasted some time waiting when I could have easily walked. But actually, the light here is not so bad at all. So well, the bus was dropping off a couple passengers at, was it Inglewood or Clifton? I did catch a glimpse of what the basement apartments looks like. What the basement apartments look like. Just remember, we're in the old city of Toronto, as I mentioned. We are going to be going over a ravine, so like you can literally see the inside. Wait, where'd that? Isn't the Moore Park Ravine up ahead? No, that's the Yellow Creek. Alright, so I was right. and that would also be a David A. Balfour Park. Yeah. I've been through here on the bus. I don't know about driving, but it feels like almost every time I'm making a walking video, I'm literally exploring streets I haven't even physically been on foot. There's the 88, which will take you to East York in the Thorncliffe Park neighborhood, rebuilt. Looks like the inside of this person's home is vintage. Wow. Pretty much for all of us to see. Although a lot more of that, they got their blinds closed or their lights shut off, maybe because nobody's home, or they're probably sleeping, or maybe they're working on, or maybe they're just about to get up and do a night shift somewhere. Well, these are the Inglewood apartments, as my camera is now out of focus. And I thought I stopped filming because, I talk so loud. And I might have talked over, the two beeps that signal the end of the recording. But I had to stop and make sure I was actually still filming, so. There's a lot of office buildings in the area just around the intersection of Yonge and St. Clair. So it's very commercialized up ahead. And here's Inglewood Drive. And that's where almost every single house on this street puts up the inflatable Santas. I'm gonna go home, shower, bake some cookies. Actually, I don't have to edit this video because this is all in one take, so like well, the only thing I gotta do is just make the thumbnail on my phone. But unfortunately, Adobe Express on PC and online, I mean, they just got a fresh new look, but I haven't been able to access it since Friday. So now I gotta send all the thumbnails to my phone, and so I could actually make the thumbnails on the app. Okay, I'm used to doing that. Like ever since I started making YouTube videos. Maybe not ever since, but ever since I started adding like perfect thumbnails to my videos. Sometimes I use my phone so I could create them. That's a bit annoying though. But what if I'm never ever able to access it on PC again? There's some high rises. Once again, out of focus. Come on. And there's the 74. Is that the same bus I saw? I didn't really pay attention to that. But that was when I literally got up to the bus platform, or down actually, because the streetcars are right above it. So, but I am gonna take the subway to Eglinton Station and just go across. Maybe catch a few more, maybe film a few more buses when I can, or if possible. Here's Avoca Avenue. Oh, and by the way, as you guys know, I am a huge fan of elevators. I'm always on the lookout for old ones. And I'm gonna give this guy's channel a plug. And I'm actually subscribed to him myself. Goes by the name of Floridian Elevators. He pretty much films all the cool elevators around the United States. And he's been to Canada twice, so definitely Toronto and Montreal. And thanks to his videos from when he went to Montreal last year, it gave me an opportunity, as I told him, to seek them out. And I sure did, because last night he left like a couple comments on the elevators I've recently published. So it's a bit of an honor to receive a couple of comments from someone that's well known in the elevator community. So thank you, Julian. And that's pretty much how I found. All those vintage elevators when I was in Montreal. Speaking of Montreal, a couple of other YouTubers I watch were there before or after me. Before that was Nikki's Experience. I went to Montreal like July 26th to 29th. He was there 2 weeks before. And then I came. And then a week and a half later, out and about with yours truly, Liz O.C., she went there, as well as Transmedia Ontario. So we pretty much missed each other like a week and a half apart, which is crazy. But I am aware Transmedia may have some huge video plans, because I did see on the community tab that like he posted photos of where he was, and he literally recorded the entire train ride, the VIA train ride from Toronto Union to Montreal Central. And as you guys already know, I've filmed the beginning and end phases of those trips. But obviously, hell no, I would not be able to do that, because this guy has a serious camera setup, like GoPro. Like the battery would probably last much longer than this camera here. And this evening I did see his video where, you know, his usual POV walks, which I really do enjoy. And it pretty much shows him riding the new REM light metro project. Speaking of light metro, I am waiting for them to resume operations on the Scarborough RT. The investigation is taking longer than expected, but they've been testing the trains. I just want to finish that freaking compilation, film and film like a couple more update rides. But who knows? The fate just lies in its hands. Okay, this would be the streetcar I would take, but probably not this time. Oh, streetcar operator waved to me. Thank you very much, sir. And here's St. Clair subway station. See, a very short walk from the beautiful Moore Park neighborhood, and there's one of two McDonald's that are in subway stations. The other one is at Dundas West Station. I've only been to the Dundas West location, but the Angry Ontarian has done he has visited two, and he has visited both locations, so hopefully I don't get copyrighted by this music here. Oh, and by the way, if this looks familiar, this is where I started my walking video up Yonge Street at this same hour. And went up to Eglinton. But nope, I'm gonna get my ass into the subway and just head up there. Okay, this is gonna be a problem. I hope this guy can just get the hell out of here so it doesn't interfere with the monetization in this white SUV. But we made it here to Yonge Street, so guys, okay, turn it down a little bit. So guys, thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this, leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. As always, just looking at the time right now, 8:47. Subscribe if you haven't already. As always, stay tuned for more videos. Check out my others as well, and I guess you know what's gonna be done now. Peace out, guys, and au revoir. Take care, and bye-bye.